You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
I get it. That's right, I said it. It's the life you wish you had. The sugar, spice, and everything. Bad girls, let's tough. Don't you wish you could grow it up? I say it,
Welcome to the Bad Girls Club.
Bad girls.
Did you like that?
I like that little,
Brett the Angel.
it gave me a Lady Gaga Broadway realness.
Oh, I can do the Lady Gaga applause eyes. You know that?
Art pop.
Art pop, yes.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's Bingus for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club, Season 11, Episode 4, Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow.
And it was gone.
It was gone.
Clump of it was gone.
It's still gone. It's just growing back right now.
Oh, yeah. Poor Sarah.
She probably got 4 inches on that right now. I think
4 well.
Inches? Maybe her hair grows. Girl,
Yeah.
use some cherry balm.
What the heck is that?
Cherry Bomb. Make sure you guys check out Black Hollywood Live interview with Cherry Johnson, who used to be on Family Matters and Punky Brewster. She has a
Ooh.
product that will help you grow your
Cherry
hair
bomb.
out,
Oh my God, that.
and it's made out of cherries.
You know what's really funny about Sherry Johnson?
What's that?
When I was younger, people thought that I was her.
Really?
Literally, people would be like, they would get angry at me because they thought that I was lying, that I wasn't her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you guys do have in common? You guys have awesome personalities.
Aww.
Because I just met her, and she's really cool.
I got to check out that interview.
You do. And everyone at home does, too. Back to Bad Girls. All right. So, Sarah, P.S. for everyone who's missing Stephanie and Drea right now, they're being bitches, and we kicked them out. Just kidding.
Yeah, had to be done.
Yeah, you know.
Had to keep the best ones around, you know.
I like the little cat. The originals.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so Sarah versus the house we got last week. Again, I feel like I can't. I need Jazz to come in here and have a conversation with us.
And ask about why she's so damn crazy.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, and I'm sure maybe it's the editing. I'm hoping it's the editing because I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand. Jazz pushes Sarah. Then Mimi and Tiana, they pull Sarah's hair. Tiana punches Sarah, and then everyone starts jumping Sarah.
Yeah. Malin got in there. Gigi got in there. That's not cool.
Stephanie says she didn't get in there. She tried to pull girls off. She didn't pull her hair because it did look like she was going in. But
Right.
on Twitter, she said that she was just pulling girls off. So
Right.
as for Teresa, I don't know what Teresa was doing. I don't know where she was, but I could picture her just being stand on the side, kind of being like, "Kit."
So like, I don't care.
I don't really care, but I'm gonna knock this one in there. Jazz and Sarah have to go to the hotel, and I just wrote down, why is Jazz so mad? Why are you so mad?
Her concern was the way that Sarah was treating Gigi.
Yeah,
Gigi.
and I'm like, calm down.
Why do you care?
Gigi ain't even that mad about it.
And she could stand up for herself. She doesn't need a champion, all right?
Right. Well, I don't know if I would call Jazz a champion.
You know
To me, a champion
symbol.
fights one-on-one.
True. Agreed.
Doesn't be getting love and the crew to jump in and do the dirty work. And I'm sure she would say, I didn't have to tell no one to jump in, but still, it's just the fact. And then my thing with Tiana is talking about, yeah, I did. Like, all right, girl, you proud that you just be jumping people?
Whatever. You know what? If I had
It's
known.
not very New York.
It
of you.
isn't. But the girls got a little trip away from the house out of it.
Yeah,
the hotel.
Even though Jazz didn't want the trip. I'm sure. Well, Sarah was probably like, "Yep, send me the fuck out of there."
And it was interesting the clothes they decided to wear to the hotel, like Jasmine or Jasmine. How do we say her name?
Well, I think they
Jazz.
just kind of make them go right then and there.
Okay, well, she can at least put on a shirt. She was
Well,
wearing a bra and a leather jacket.
I'm sure she had pajamas with her. She had brought 2 bags, and then she probably just put the dress on the next day.
No, not Sarah.
Oh.
Jazz, when she was walking out the door, it was a bra, a nude bra, and a
Girl.
leather jacket and some shorts.
Well, clearly we know she gets so mad she don't be thinking properly.
Yes, apparently.
She just be like, "Bitch, you stand to the right of me, I'm mad at you." And she doesn't come off as that kind of a person, so it's just like
She was real quiet
I wonder
before.
if like producers are getting in her ear, being like, "You got to spice it up a little bit."
I think so, and the same thing is probably happening with Teresa a little bit too.
Because it just doesn't fit her. To me, Jazz is like looked like someone who was a book girl when she was younger, and I don't know. I just and Teresa as well.
Yeah.
Although Teresa, I'm kind of like after finding about her tattoo, I'm like, girl, like that is very
It's my ex ripping out my heart.
yeah. Like,
Okay.
and I totally like understand like being sad and getting drunk after something like that, but we'll get into it. I
Yeah,
just can't with
we'll
that.
get there.
Well, so Sarah comes back. Steph calls her crazy and a psycho for still staying in the house. I'm like, okay, but if she left, then you guys would be
Yeah.
like, oh, you're such a pussy.
Yeah.
You didn't stay in the house. It's like, no one can win here.
Wasn't she the one? Wasn't Stephanie the one who applauded her before for
Yeah.
holding her ground and staying and not leaving? Mm-hmm. What's different now?
What's different is it's like, okay, it's gotten to the point where now if I associate myself with you, the other girls in the house won't like me. So I can't, because I even feel when Sarah left at the end when she said, bye, girls. Yeah, she was probably being catty about it. But I think she also was kind of like, oh, okay, well, her and Mimi at least were in the house like on the low kind of talking, right? It's like, so y'all going to be real fake? Oh, you are? All right, bye, fake bitches.
right.
Bye, fake bitches. Calls her crazy, and then Mimi sits there and says, why are you staying in the house? She said, yeah, because we all have a bond. Except you, minus you.
Minus you.
And walks away.
Big deal. That bond is worth nothing. The next day, if someone spills some orange juice on your new bag, you're gonna feel the same way about it. I mean,
What
you're gonna hate
I want to know is the tea between Natalie and Sarah and how they might know each other. Because when Natalie called and Sarah picked up the phone and she was like, oh, your friend didn't tell you? It seemed like, I don't know.
And she was like, don't mess with her because Sarah has friends. Did you hear that part?
Yeah.
She's like, Sarah has friends.
So I wonder if it's celebrity friends, promoter friends, somebody
Probably,
that can mess with
yeah.
their money, somebody that probably could mess with Natalie's money, and that's why Natalie's sitting here like, look, bitch.
Get it together.
Right, because, I ain't going to associate myself with you. And Mimi's just sitting there like, bitch, I don't care. I don't care about money. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. But you're going to care when you at least want the free liquor
Yeah.
bottles.
Remind me again how old Malin is? 22?
Who?
Malin? Mimi?
I don't know. 22 or 23, something like that.
She is. She really is 22 or 23.
Yeah, but then she said, yeah, she has friends. But then she said, after the show, bitches will jump you.
That's odd.
Yeah, I really want to
That's
know
crazy.
who Sarah knows. I mean, I'm sure. I can just imagine. She's from Atlanta and looks like
Yeah.
that.
But do you think that happened maybe to Natalie or some other girls? Like why that's a thing? Like so, like just if you're a former bad girl, you're having a good time. Next thing you know, is a crowd of girls trying to get at you. That's a normal thing.
Well, that, or who knows if we didn't get the whole conversation and Sarah said to Natalie something along the lines like, that's fine, yeah, that your friend wanted to rip my hair out, that's cool. We'll just wait till afterwards. Like, and she probably named a bunch of people that Natalie probably heard like 2 names she knew and was like, oh,
Probably out of her whole book.
right. She was going through that.
Listen, this one's gonna get you on Friday. Tucci's gonna come get you.
Tucci.
I just made that up. Tucci.
So then Sarah comes out and she takes a shower and she's really sad because she's pulling out locks of her hair. She goes to Gigi and says, did you pull my hair? Gigi's like, yeah, I did, but don't worry, we ain't gonna do it again. Like, my thing is that these bitches have smiles on their faces. And it would be different if it was a one-on-one fight. We're fighting each other, we're punching, and, yeah, okay, some hair gets pulled. But it's like, there were 4 of you. 2 of you grabbing my hair. That's 4 hands grabbing my hair.
Right. And then she comes and just sits right next to him. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's very casual the way they treat confrontation, which is strangely refreshing, but still just kind of uncomfortable.
Well, and then she said to Mimi, and Mimi said, "You mad?" What she say? I know your favorite quote.
You mad? Then swing. Like, just so, like, just so casual.
Because she's probably mad that Sarah had said that to Natalie, and felt like, because I think Natalie was more mad at the fact that it was that she jumped her.
Yeah.
Not that, she was like, if you got beef with her, fight her one-on-one. And so I feel like that's where Mimi felt like, I can come at the bitch one-on-one. But it's just like, y'all ripped her hair out. And Mimi really didn't think it was that serious because she just did it because everyone else did it.
Right.
So just be like, oh, my bad. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry
I'm
about
going to take
your
a
hair.
shit. Let me go do
Yeah.
that.
I'll pay for you to go get your hair done. Like, something.
Yeah, and I feel like she instigated the fight and then tried to make herself look like the victim.
Wait, how did she try to make herself look like the victim?
Basically saying, I only did it because I was defending myself. You weren't defending yourself. Defending is if you are walking down an alley and you get jumped or attacked or, that's defending yourself.
Right.
If you're instigating a fight, to me, it's just now you're just fighting. There's no defending yourself. You're not a victim.
Right.
I don't know. That part kind of irritated me.
And you can see her in her face, though. She wasn't expecting Sarah to take her up on it.
But why would you not expect her?
Because she was just huffing and
fought how many
puffing.
times?
I don't know. She was just. It looked to me that Mimi was huffing and she was just like, "Oh, really? Let's that like the whole like pre part of the fight where it's just like all talking and blah blah blah. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Just the way that she was standing didn't seem like she was really expecting her to go in for it, and then she did, and you can see on her face that first push. She was surprised.
Well, yeah, because Mimi don't look like she a fighter. Like, okay, you did things in a fight that a girl would do, like if she was getting attacked by a dude. Claw, pull hair, like that's not, I get that's a girl fight, which I guess that's what it is. But I think Sarah was coming at you on some more like you got beef, like hit me. You said hit you, so I'm gonna
here
punch
I am.
you.
So let me put my hair up so I'm pulling.
And then on top of it, they see like her eyes are like cut. She's scratches all over her face. And Jazz comes in talking about, well, I didn't miss nothing because I see it all right here. Like,
yeah. And she was like, "What happened?" "Oh, she clawed my eyes." Okay. Like she didn't care.
yeah. Sarah's a bad bitch. I'm sorry. And then her and Gigi are laughing, talking about karma's a bitch. When did Sarah ever fight you? Either of you? And I don't find them that either of them were instigated. Okay, with Gigi, it was a little bit instigated, but y'all were like fighting. Like nobody really got hurt. I don't know. It just came off kind of corny to me. Producers come in. They have to send Mimi home
because they said that it was excessive violence. And that brought up to me in my mind what else falls underneath that umbrella, because there have been some things happening before this episode, like
but
other fights.
They're really like cautious about the eyes. I can't remember. There were a few. There was a couple fights in the past where it was because of where they attacked or went to attack them, like the fork thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
got pretty dangerous.
So when it could lead to like someone being maimed or like really injured, that's when they were like, that's excessive. All right.
The girls are sitting there talking shit in front of Sarah, talking about, this is so dumb. Like, she started, I mean, she's doing all this, she's this, she's a bitch, no one likes her. Like, it's just like, you girls are so mad. And they prove it later on when the new bitch comes in, because it's just like,
same thing.
Yeah.
Insecurity.
What's it called? So they're not saying much. They said, don't talk to Sarah, period. Producers come and they deem Sarah a liability.
Well, she's been in every single fight in the house. And it's the 4th episode.
The girls don't say shit to her when she says anything. And as soon as she shuts the door, then they all start talking. It's just like,
come on.
Y'all were scared because she could have went ham on one of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't. Honestly, like, I think big ups to her for not doing nothing to nobody's clothes, nothing, because she was in that house by herself. And I think that's why producers said that to her, to see if she would do anything. But she didn't.
I would have been like bleach everywhere.
Yeah.
Just spinning it around. Rinse cycle.
She didn't write nothing bad on the pictures. She was just like, you know what? I can't with these bitches.
Yeah.
Briscoe calls.
Frisco.
He comes over.
With his rental cars. Rented
Why
for
do you
the
think they're a
hour.
rental?
Because they were matching. Matching white. I don't even know. I'm not good with cars. I don't know the make and the model. But they were twinsies. And I don't know who buys twinsy cars like that.
Maybe Briscoe and his boys.
I don't care. All right, whatever.
Well, either or, that was boring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, well, friggin' Teresa decided she was going to show out, show her little stripping skills. And
Her little nanny.
she likes black guys, apparently.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like someone who would. That whole rocker thing going on.
Hey, you never know.
You never
Or maybe
know.
she never did. Now she's like, you know what? I need a whole new thing.
Yeah, maybe. Evolution.
So the new girls' pictures were on the wall. And then the new girls, we meet the new girls. We got Janelle, 22, Texas.
Houston.
Preacher's granddaughter. Weavologist.
Not with that lace front. Not that I have anything against lace fronts. I wear lace fronts sometimes. I'm just saying. Do you have some kind of judgment on that title?
Yeah. I feel like if you call yourself a weavologist, your hair should be on point.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly.
That's all I'm going to say. She says she feels she deserves the best. No problem with that. Love that. I agree with that. Then we get Shanae, or as she likes to be called, Nay.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that part. That's kind
That's how
of
she introduced herself
Nay.
to Janelle.
Oh.
21, Atlanta, Georgia, 8-town aggressor. She has anger issues, and she used to be fat, and she's originally from New York. Seems very spicy. Wondering if she's a lesbian. As she commented on all the girls' bodies, not even like,
Yeah.
all the girls are so pretty, like, she was like, they have bad bodies. And then as the way she was sitting down at the end,
Yep.
I was like,
Wide-legged. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like, former fat kid, She's probably just like, you kind of like think about people's bodies a little too much when you just see them. So maybe she was like intimidating. She's like, oh my God, I don't want them all to be too cute, more cute than me. And they were all
yeah,
good
until
looking.
the lesbian crotch scene where she's like, I'm gonna let her do her thing. Like, girl, what?
Maybe she's comfortable.
She looked
Let her relax.
She looked real comfortable. I'm fine with her being comfortable. I'm just saying she looked.
Well, if she is lesbian, it's going to come out and it's going to make for good TV. Can't wait.
Teresa says one girl looks evil, the other one looks fun. Interesting comment.
I think it's the eyebrows. That's probably what made her look evil.
Because they were drawn like
I can't with those eyebrows.
Bart.
Those are some intense eyebrows. Like, that was like some, I don't know, some like Mexican teenager, like drawn out chola, like, eyebrows. Sorry if I offended anybody, but that's what they were.
Jazz says she looks ugly. I don't think she looked ugly. I think,
no.
the hair is doing the most.
It's a little too long for my taste. For I don't know, it just distracts from how pretty she is, I think.
I agree with that. Too long, and it just gives me like, it looks like all right, Lady Gaga in my references today. It looked like the Lady Gaga wig from Applause, like if it was like
black
just gone
hair.
through black and just
Yeah.
kind of gone through the wash a couple times, and like,
Yeah.
like, girl, you really brought your favorite wig.
And she just decided to whip it
We get it.
and whip it and whip it.
Yes.
Whip it real good.
So she whips her hair. She thinks she's loving the crew, loving the hair.
Listen, when it's that long, you just gotta do that.
And Jazz gets upset with her. Oh, you can sit over there. Well, I let you come sit next to me. Like, you let me come sit next to you, bitch. The chair right there, let me come sit on it.
Yeah.
You didn't let me come sit next to you. Why are you mad? I'm
Jealousy.
And it's like, okay, when you start to like test somebody and you kind of see how they are, it's up to you to kind of, I think in that moment she would probably be like, well, it was whipping me, and it was like, she didn't even say she's sorry, and it's like, okay, well, some people bump into you and they don't say they're sorry. are you gonna be upset for the rest of your damn life, or are you gonna continue to beat your face? Like, and one thing Janelle said, you're mad at something inside of you, which makes you insecure.
Yeah.
I mean, we said that about how the girls gave it off about Sarah. I'm wondering, maybe this is an internal issue for
Which
Jazz.
doesn't really make any sense, because when she first stepped in the scene, we're all like, oh gosh, she's really beautiful. She's like the prettiest girl in the house, aside from like Sarah or whatever. But we were like stunned by how beautiful she was. So it's weird how some of the prettiest people have the most insecurities about how they look.
Well, and honestly, I feel like if Janelle took the wave off, washed the eyebrows off, her and Jazz would probably kind of be equally as pretty.
Mm-hmm. God, if she washed those eyebrows off, would it just be bald? Like, just nothing there? Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm.
I can't with you.
I'm going to have treats about that.
So she's sitting outside. They're talking. Jazz is getting real loud in Janelle's face, talking about, you can't be whipping, you ain't Willow Smith. Like, girl, you talking like you're a gay boy. Like,
yeah.
You want something to pop off right here. Mm-hmm. And once again, you don't come off as the big bad wolf. So I'm going to need you to calm down. And Janelle wasn't paying her no time of mind, like,
whatever,
okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Like,
I wasn't doing it on purpose.
Sorry. Right. Like if someone's hair touched me, like, I'm not going to start throwing a fit about it.
Exactly.
Clearly.
But do you know what you were saying before, why someone said that she looked like she was evil? If you look at her, though, she has bitchy resting face. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's just basically, like, Google it. It is a thing. Some people have faces that look really bitchy.
You know what? Honestly,
you know what I'm saying?
I kind of agree with that. They do. I get a lot. I look like I'm always mad.
Really?
I get that a lot.
I wouldn't say you had bitchy resting face.
No, not
though.
bitchy, but I have a mad face apparently.
Oh.
It's just my calm face. I'm like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Enjoying myself.
I get that, like, walking down the street, people are like, guys would come up to me and be like, smile. And I'm like, what the hell for?
Right.
Why?
Are you buying me something?
I know, you smile. But anyway, I mean, in the picture, and then as
the picture, first of all, was y'all are wrong for that picture. That was a horrible picture. It didn't even look like the same Photoshop quality that all the other girls look like.
Yeah, there was something weird about it.
It looked like her face looked blurred, kind of like. I felt like they tried her with that.
Yeah.
But they probably did just to see what the other girls would say about her.
Yeah. And they said a lot about her.
Yeah. So then the next day they wake up, and Tiana's talking to who was it? Was it her and Stephanie? We're talking to Janelle. About family, and then Jazz came and sat right next to her, and I'm like,
yeah, about a preacher's kid and all that.
You done setting yourself up,
Yeah,
talking about
right there.
She whipping you, and you come over here the next morning sitting down. I was proud of Jazz for the night before, like, you know what, you just sit with that, and then she went to bed. But then the next day, why are you sitting right next to the bitch?
Go sit on the other side of the couch with
enjoying the conversation and be
Making
like, yep,
sense.
the beef is done. But if she flips her hair one time, not thinking, what are you gonna do? You gonna pop off at your own mistake?
Right.
Girl, bye.
Grows up.
So Teresa.
You and your ex, which I still don't even understand why you're letting your ex get you all excited.
AR calls the first time, and what did he say? Teresa says, you went out last night? He's like, yeah, he's just woken up. Who did you sleep with? Oh, girl, this is when, as a friend, I would be like, girl, you don't need to be in that relationship. When that's the second question that you ask the person you are calling, you don't need to be in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Who did you sleep with? Like, girl.
We're not together.
Right. You're not together because you called him your ex-boyfriend. Now, I understand relationships, and I cannot read what they're showing me in the booth right now.
I was wondering why
Marissa, put it down, like, don't read it, don't read it.
all scrunched
I
up.
have the bitchy resting face video.
Oh, do you? Oh, you know what?
Wait, can you please play it?
Do you know it's this girl Melania?
Absolutely.
The one from the commercial that I showed you. She's actually in the bitchy resting face video.
Here we go. We're going to show you guys the bitchy
Let's see it.
resting face.
Do you know someone with a bitchy face? They look like they're kind of thoughtfully sad or angry
Melania.
for no reason.
Oh, look. That woman has a bitchy face. I wonder why.
I can't see a reason why.
That's bitchy resting face.
That's bitchy resting face.
That's bitchy resting face.
But here's a surprise. Those women might be suffering without you even knowing it.
They might not even be bitches at all. They might just have faces that to you look bitchy.
So bitchy.
And they are suffering silently. And we should know.
I've got bitchy resting face.
I've got bitchy resting face. I...
There you guys have
Yeah.
it. All right, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm just saying. I love that was a real thing.
Yep.
Good job, Marissa. So AR calls, and maybe, well, I'm not even gonna do all that. Who'd you sleep out? And then we find out that the reason they broke up was because he slept with her
Good friend.
Good friend.
Yeah. But they were together for like a year and a half, right?
And so apparently the good friend, I'm assuming, was at the club the night before where he was, and she said, "So did you talk to her? Did you hang out with her?"
I don't think it was the friend. I just think it was a random girl.
No, because she knew of the girl.
Oh, really?
So maybe it is someone different. I'm just assuming because she acted like, why would you hang out with her?
Oh, I didn't see that. But I just, all I heard was like, are we together? Why? Who, you want to go do somebody? And she was just like, I'm at this bar right now, and there's a girl, and I'm thinking about.
Well, that was in the next phone call.
Oh, you're talking about the first one.
This was when he just woke
Okay.
up. He was like, "Are you serious? Are you calling me just to yell at me? Like I just woke up."
Gotcha. Okay.
So then he calls her and says, "I miss you," and yada 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 yada. So now her hopes are up, and she's sitting here like, "My man back home, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it on so." So she's real excited, and then we get the final call. The third call was he calls her and says, "Hey, hey, buddy, are we together? We doing this?
Awful call.
What what is that? Like, girl." I understand how she feels like her. If we just seen this on a national television show and they've been together for a year and a half, I can imagine what he did to you to feel like you needed to visually put him done ripping out your damn heart. Girl, you got what?
And if you have to ask if we're together, you're not together.
You're not together, and you shouldn't be together ever.
Yes.
I'm not even going to say, like, let's hope for something in the future. Like, bitch, first of all, it was a year and a half. That is a long time, but it ain't that long of a time. It didn't make the 2-year mark.
Just shy of it.
But when someone pisses you off so much, usually when you're in love, you tattoo someone's name on you. When someone pisses you off so bad that you want to visually show them ripping out your heart, it's a dope tattoo. I will give her that. But, like, now if I'm going to go and date you, I'm going to have to sit here and look at your ex ripping your heart out. Like, the only positive thing that can come from that is like, oh, your ex ripped it out so I could take it. Like, well, no, bitch, I'm going to look at his hands ripping your fucking damn
But why
heart
would
out.
you need that reminder, though? As, like, just if as
it's very
her, like,
emo.
why would you need to look in the mirror and see that?
And I guess I hate to bring the word up because we know how sensitive her and Tess were over the word, but bitch, that is emo.
Emo.
That's as emo as it gets
Yes.
right there. And I want the best for Teresa because I feel like she's a good girl, but like, damn girl, like calm down. You don't need him.
How good do you think she is with how she was acting in that club, though? I don't know.
I think that's why I think she acted like that, because she is a good girl and she probably don't really be doing that. And she allows this man to control her mind, which he's doing clearly. Clearly, he takes up. Honestly, most girls, when they're in bad relationships, I say the man is usually taking up 75% of your head, leaving you with only 25% to walk around and do your daily tasks, causing a lot of girls in depression. Her, for you to get that tattoo, that's got to be almost 85%. It might even be 95% because you looking in the morning every day. When you don't even want to think about him, you waking up every day looking at him just like...
It's impossible to wake up and have a good day.
Yeah.
You're just already, like, just cutting the head off that day from the get-go. Like, it's not going to be a good day.
Right,
ever.
and then when you meet someone really happy and you want to cover that, what are you going to make that into? Like a box of Skittles? Like,
we can get her on Tattoo Nightmare and let's see.
there we go. All right, let's start a hashtag. I want Teresa on Tattoo Net cross branding here.
Yep, here we go. Wheeling and dealing.
So they go to the club. Teresa's getting hammered. And so, like I'm saying, I think she's a good girl because I think this man has taken up so much of her time. She doesn't want to think about it, so she keeps. Now, I'm also worried about some alcoholism.
Right?
Because that looked a little bit alcoholic situation right there.
Who was it? Stephanie was like, I don't know what got into her. A shit ton of alcohol, girl. That's what got into her. A shit ton. Damn.
Like, first of all, how about y'all order the damn cab for her so she don't be, producers set her up on that one.
And I'm so glad they did.
She got hammered. She's going ham on some dude, grinding on him. Like, and Oxygen was making, you know how they do like the extra stuff. They had like moaning noise. I'm like, so were they trying to say that she had sex with him in this club? Like,
good. Okay, do you know?
Someone could get pregnant at the way that they were acting.
I wonder where they got those sounds from, though.
Probably from Julian Fallon's season. But they were like, well, we didn't get to use these, so just throw these in there.
Yeah, but yeah, that was too much in the club. They're basically having sex. There was bodily fluids probably exchanged more. Yeah.
And now I know Teresa's mom watches the show. I'm like, girl, what you think about that?
That's embarrassing.
But AR's sitting at home drunk, like, oh man, like screw this, and he probably went and screwed a girl. If he's watching this episode tonight, he's doing somebody.
It's like, fuck that. No more.
So now she's shit-faced in the limo, crying, punching things, saying she wants to go home. She hears Stephanie laughing, and that clicks.
She was so calm before.
So now, and then you know what? I got to take this back. Yeah. Jazz has touching issues because she got elbowed in the face by a drunk girl who is your friend, and you're like, I'm not gonna talk to you for like a whole week.
Yeah.
All right.
But then she was still like,
she was
comforting her, but
I'm trying to find out this issue with Jazz because
maybe she likes attention. Yeah.
She don't come off like that. She has Stephanie, and she goes and swings at Stephanie, and then damn you, Oxygen,
for cutting it up.
For cutting it off. On that note, let's head into predictions.
Where the lights?
And now,
the lights.
your AfterBuzz TV.
Yes, the lights. All right.
So we couldn't really see too much of the previews because Big Fat Revenge or whatever. Y'all trying to be real cheap with the previews.
Trying to get the Bad Girls Club audience into that show.
I'm not gonna lie though, I started to watch the first 10 seconds and I was like, oh hey. But then I knew Marissa was gonna come in and be like, wow,
you guys ready?
So I couldn't do that.
We can watch it later.
But what are we thinking? I mean, already we see the girls gonna have an issue with Janelle.
Yes. I hope that she didn't. Is this the season where we heard it was gonna be like a revolving door? She's gonna go. She's gonna go.
Or do you think she's gonna get one of the other girls out?
No, I think she seems like someone who is an easy target for them, and they're just gonna keep, like, same thing with Sarah, like, it's gonna keep going on, like, on and on and on and on and on with her.
I'm hoping though that because she seemed pretty calm, like when Jazz came and was like, you ain't whipping out, this ain't no Will Smith video. She just sat there real cute, like,
Yeah, but how many times can you do that?
You can, a bad bitch can do it a lot, and let someone else approach them. And because if I was her, and hearing the stories, because they probably already told her what happened with Sarah and whatever, I'd be like, oh, all right, yeah, that's your weakness. You snap. I could see her making Jazz snap.
Maybe Jazz will go.
Jazz is starting for me to. She sounded a little bit like she turned into a liability.
You know what though? I think just from that outburst at the end of the episode, Teresa might be going home soon. Like,
kinda
just
nervous.
Like the mental instability of it all. I don't know.
So I got a couple tweets about the reunion. They had the reunion. I heard Sarah didn't show up because she was afraid she was going to get jumped. That's
not cool, Sarah.
Allegedly. I don't know if this is true or not.
I hope she does show up.
I hope she showed up too. And here's why I wanted her to show up. Now, if she had damn lit the damn house on fire and was like, I'm done with these bitches, I'd be like, girl, you don't never need to show up to another bad girl. Oxygen probably would pay you for that. Like, yes, man, she pulled the Lisa left eye on that. But you walked out too cool, calm, collected. And I hate that they keep referencing her as like a grandma and all that stuff, but you left with the grandma mentality.
Oh, yeah. Very calm.
So then from, girl, I ain't even gonna know how to say your Twitter handle, but Bolea said, apparently Mimi ain't gonna be at the reunion. She's mad that Oxygen aired the joke about Justin Bieber, and now she's filing a lawsuit against them.
Good luck with that.
Oh, and I guess Sarah already confirmed that she was too scared and she did not go. So neither of them are going to be there. My thing is how can Mimi sue Oxygen for something you said? It wasn't like you slipped and said it in the house. You said it at the Oxygen promo taping. And then they've been using that, promoting for what? How many months has it been?
Well, she's not going to be able to. She probably won't even have a lawyer that would be willing to take on the case because it's just so stupid. It's so stupid.
And also that test may not even show up.
Okay, I cannot go through another lackluster reunion. I don't have it in me. Oxygen better like step it up somehow. If these girls are not going to be there, something else needs to happen.
If the girls ain't gonna be there, I'm gonna need a wrestling rink there. I'm gonna need a boxing rink. Like,
I'm gonna need to be bringing a bottle of wine so I can entertain my own self.
On that note, make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Keep the conversation. Send us all the gossip that you guys get on Twitter. You can tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
At Chevonne_Hughes.
Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.